In a rare private sector listing for the UAE, supermarket chain Spinneys is going public. The high-end grocer is looking to raise $375 million with 900 million shares on offer. It's a test of investor appetite for privately owned companies looking to grow their businesses. And joining us now is the CEO of Spinneys, Sunil Kumar. So congratulations, Sunil, you're going public. What has demand been like so far?
Thank you very much, Yoni, for taking me. We have seen a great demand from investors, whether it is international investors or regional investors. So it shows the confidence on the business, what we have demonstrated so far in this region. At the same time, if you look at the economic activities of this region, also is a confidence level from the investors. So we have a great demand, what we have seen from both international as well as regional alike.
Yeah, you're very much a rarity in having an international cornerstone investor. Has that changed the calculus at all?
No, look, the important thing, the cornerstone investors have shown a great confidence. That's why the blue chip cornerstone investors are coming to invest into the business. And that shows the business, the unique positioning of the brand and how we have demonstrated our growth profile as well as our financial performance, if you look at it. So it has given us a great confidence for investors, and that's why we have got a great two blue chip cornerstone investors into the business.
Sunil, regional investors have got used to the high dividend yields that you get in government IPOs. Are they looking past that with yours?
So this is a very rare private sector if you look at it in the recent history of listing in DFM. And Spinneys is a rare business. We have been here almost 63 years, and we have been serving and part and parcel of the day-to-day life of our communities and customers. And we have demonstrated very strong performance. Our growth profile has been there. So it is a very rare opportunity for investors to look at a private company and going to listing in DFM. At the same time, it is a growth projection. If the growth potential, we are going to Saudi Arabia, we are going to have a vertical integrated model of business. At the same time, this is with a dividend payout as well. So it is a rare company looking for a growth potential for a future, at the same time with a dividend policy.
And indeed, you have huge ambitions for growth. We're going to get to some of those new markets in a moment. But I do want to ask you a little bit about the situation regarding what you stock. So you're obviously going to have to stock certain things in different environments. Have you thought about your Saudi Arabia plans, for example, and what you'll do about your pork offerings?
Look, Saudi Arabia is... Spinneys is a GCC brand. If you look at it, we are serving here 63 years. And if you look at Saudi Arabia, it is a very strategic country for us to operate, the brand to be visible, because of 36 million people, and we are going to Riyadh as a city. So what we have seen recently is the high resilient demand for the premium food in Saudi Arabia, and it's the right time for us to go. But look, we are giving an option, all the varieties of a food. It is not necessarily a specific food we have to cater. If I am not catering that specific food, will be successful or not. But we have 98% of the business is coming from the other categories. So the demand, what we have seen, for particularly in the meal solutions and our private label offering, we are 62% of our turnover is coming from fresh food. So we are a premium fresh food retailer. And I'm sure that Saudi market and customers will appreciate what we have done here.
And how does it work? Do you talk to Saudi authorities about that?
So we have a local partner who will navigate around finding the properties, at the same time looking at the governance and the other procedures requirement, because we are not in Saudi Arabia. So they will work for us to navigate around the challenges in case if we face it. So it is working in both ways.
And also your alcohol offerings, and that's more broad of a question, right, in different markets. Do you plan to expand on that?
No, we don't sell alcohol in UAE because it is a UAE and in Saudi. This particular region, unlike in Europe or in America, they don't allow supermarkets to sell alcohol. But It is not in our portfolio, so we are not thinking about an alcohol selling at
But it's available
time.
on your website, right?
It is in one of the businesses, in it's a different licensed businesses in in Abu Dhabi. It is they are selling alcohol, but it is not part of the retail supermarket
And there
business.
are no plans for
No,
it?
it is a vertically integrated businesses.
So talk to us a little bit about your plans for tapping equity markets, if there are any, to fuel some of this growth.
So we are looking at this is an opportunity for a company. This is the right time to invite investors to participate in the growth trajectory. Why it is an important for a private company like Spinneys? Because it will give us a strategic flexibility. At the same time, it is an opportunity for us to get a diversified portfolio of investors, and it will be giving us an access into capital market in case we wanted to grow further. You know, our ambitious plan is to be in part of the GCC in a wider. That's as a part of it, we are going to Saudi Arabia first time. So our ambitious plan can be executed with the access to the capital market.
So give us numbers. How many stores are you hoping for, and by what date, and in how many Gulf countries?
We have 75 stores so far as of now, and it has given us an 8.2% like-for-like growth. And our ambitious plan for, first of all, we are going to Saudi Arabia. It is a market where we haven't been there. We are also generating a vertically integrated business model called the Kitchen by Spinneys. The concept of that to give a solution for customers, breakfast, lunch, dinner, consume now, consume later, take home. It's a food hall concept, considering all ethnicities, the cuisine is demonstrated. So that store we are going to open in quarter H1, first store, and we have a plan to open 25 stores for the next 10 years. And thereafter, we are seeing a 10% growth on like over every year. So 24 will be growing at 10%. This is the objective, and this is what we are looking forward. But based on that, I guess the investors has shown a great demand for our IPO.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like it's going to be just a phenomenal event. The grocery business is notorious for thin margins, right? And I'm curious where you're seeing in the supply chain inflation problems maybe hit some of that. Obviously, there isn't an inflation problem in the Gulf right now, but there is in other parts of the world.
Very good question. Now, there are a couple of factors I wanted to highlight here, what makes us different. So Spinneys is a very unique business. 85% of the revenue is coming from food-related products. That means the customers see as a food business, and 62% of the business is fresh food. Now, we have a vertically integrated supply chain, which means we have an offices and across the globe. We are sourcing from 44 countries. And at the same time, this region doesn't have a production capability. So we have our own production capabilities from protein, bread, meal solutions, confectionery, and flowers. So we have that opportunities to create ourselves, and we have a private label which is called Spinneys Food. So all these, as well as the fresh food offering, has given us a very competitive margin. That makes us different than other competition.
Well, it also helps that the CEO is seen on the floor a few times a week, and particularly on Thursdays, right? Sunil still goes down to the floors in the grocery stores. Good luck with everything, and Sunil Kumar, CEO of Spinneys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.